I'm making this video because the industry of being a remote high-ticket closer or appointment setter is dying. And unless you understand what I'm explaining to you in this video, there's no money to be made in this industry for you whatsoever. Because the thing is, the industry has changed a lot the last couple of years. And I'm saying this as someone myself who literally went from being dead broke, having $500 to my name 3 years ago, and now having made multiple six figures before 22 years old, closed deals for well over $2 million, and also helped over 50 other guys to get into remote high-ticket sales. I've done this for myself, I've done this for other people, and unless you understand the principles I'll share with you in this video, this space is not going to be viable for you. You're not going to be able to make any money whatsoever doing this. So I'll walk you through everything that you need to know because the space has changed a lot. And there's a couple different things that you need to have in place now to actually get into the space and actually make your 10K a month, get the freedom that you want for yourself, be able to start traveling and all those different things, you know? And by understanding these different things, I've been able to build a life of freedom for myself, for also multiple other guys. I've been able to get to a point now where I can actually travel wherever I want, make multiple six figures, work around 4 to 6 hours per day, just taking calls for business owners, getting fed leads, only talking with warm customers, literally like the dream sales role, remote with all the freedom that you can want. It's all possible if you have these 3 things in place. So let's get into it right now. First thing that you need to understand is that because this industry is more saturated now than it was before, that does not mean that there's no opportunities in this space. There's more opportunities now than it's ever been ever before, you know? You need to realize there's all kinds of new businesses coming up all the time. There's new coaches starting all the time. There's new course sellers. There's new business coaching programs all the time. There's new people coming into the industry. Everyone is starting businesses nowadays, which means that as a setter or a closer, someone who's going to be doing sales for these influencers, there's a huge amount of opportunity. But the issue is that this also means that the demands that they have on people that they hire are way bigger, you know, because there's so many people in this industry now, there's so many people that are selling courses, and also so many people wanting to get into this industry and like sell for these influencers as setters and closers. That means that the influencers and the business owners have way higher demands on you, especially the good businesses. So what this means for you as a setter or a closer or someone who wants to get into this industry and make your first 5, 10K a month online or level up and get like 20, 30K a month in a business, what it means for you is that you need to be better in order to get into a good business. And that's also the second point here, is like being in a good business versus being in a kind of mid, like a bad business makes a huge amount of difference. I've actually been in companies, or I have people that I've coached, you know, people that come to me and want my one-on-one coaching. They work in businesses where they're making like $500, 1K a month, working their ass off, working like 60, 70 hours per week. I help them get into a better business and they like 10 extra income, get to 5 to 10K a month because they're in a better business. That's huge. And the way you get into a better business is by number 1, honing in your skill set, getting really, really good at the skill of sales. And I'm not just talking about like reading a script once and like then like you're good with it, you know? Not just reading a script, but understanding like high level of psychology, understanding like how sales actually works at the core of it, understanding like why people make decisions like they make decisions, how to actually interact and how to persuade people on a deeper level, personality, and then role playing a lot while having some type of coach or mentor who can actually give you feedback on your practice. That's the first thing that's required. Way more practice, more role playing, and better understanding of like core sales psychology. That's step number 1. Second thing is kind of what I mentioned to you before, but there's a lot more to it when it comes to landing a really good business to actually work for. You need to realize that there's people out there making 20, 30, even 40K a month in this industry, and there's people out there making $400 a month. What's the difference? It's not only skill set. Yes, to a certain degree, like skill set is super important, you need to be good, but the business that you work for is going to decide your income more than anything else. So the question is, how do we actually find good businesses? How do we actually get into good online coaches and online course sellers and online high-ticket businesses to work for? The biggest thing that I've seen, and like I have a lot of people that I work with, people reaching out to me on Instagram, on YouTube, and asking me like, what's the best way to land a business quickly, and asking me for like hacks and things like that, of like, how do I find a business? How can I shortcut my way to like 5 to 10K a month online? And to be honest with you, man, like the only way to actually succeed in remote high-ticket sales and actually land a role quickly and get to 5 to 10K a month, you need to understand that the reason why you're not there already is because you're looking for a fast track. You're looking for like a hack to reach out to more businesses quickly, or you're looking for a way to just like shortcut your success. When in reality, the only way to actually get there and the fastest way to actually make it happen is just by doing the work that you're trying to avoid right now. If you just sit down and expose yourself to more businesses, I promise you, you will be able to land a role quicker than you can ever imagine. That's literally the secret. It's just by going out there and being more in front of businesses. Putting yourself in front of businesses every single freaking day, reaching out to companies left and right, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are, whatever platform you spend time on, TikTok, all the people that you see, being in front of them. Because you have to realize that this industry is growing very, very quickly right now, which means that there's opportunities left and right. All these businesses need people that can come and sell for them. They need good people as well, which is why I said in the beginning that you need to have a high skill set. But they need people, which means that if you are just in front of these people, you will get a role. It's just a numbers game. If you just get out to enough people on a daily basis, you will land a role. But the reason why most people never succeed is because they're looking for a get rich quick, like a hack, and they can't just sit down and just do the boring work, just do the tasks that will get them to success. Because I can guarantee if you just sit down for the next month and just do 20 outreaches, 20 high quality outreaches every single day on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, you will land a role 100%. But most people will never do that. They will just keep looking for the fastest and the hack to get there, and that's why they will never succeed with it. So please understand that the goals that you have, the visions that you have of making money in this space is all on the other side of you just doing the boring work, just committing to the actions that you have right in front of you, and just doing it. That's it. Because understand this, a business owner, if they're hiring someone, if they want someone on their team, and you don't reach out to them, no one even knows that you're out there. It doesn't matter how good you are unless you're exposing yourself to businesses constantly. And another hack here I want to give you is commit yourself to the inputs. Detach from the results. Even if you're reaching out 1 week, 2 weeks, and no one is responding, focus on the inputs. That matters more than anything else, because what most people do wrong is that they start reaching out for a week, 2 weeks, they get no responses, and then they give up. But in reality, what could have happened is if you just would have gone 2 more days, the snowball effect would have started. They would start getting responses, and they would land multiple interviews and then land a role. But you only get there by continuing to just do the actions in the first place. So that's what I want to encourage you to do, is just focus only on the inputs. Pick 10, 20, 30 averages every single day you're gonna do. Just do those every single day and never miss. Never ever break those promises to yourself. Always do those outreaches and you will land a role quicker than you can ever imagine. Detach yourself from the result. Don't focus on how many interviews you're getting or how many roles you're landing. Just focus only on the inputs. That's all that matters. That's really the key to success in this. And then the last thing, and probably the most important thing as well in this space, and just succeeding with this, is understanding that if you want to really, really make good money in this space, I even wrote this down on a notebook here, so let me just read this out for you. You need to pick the best opportunities possible. This is the reason why some people in this space, there's literally people in this space that are making 40, 50, 60K a month. There's people in remote IT sales roles that are making 10, 20, 30x than you're probably making right now, or even 100x what you're making right now if you're not even started in this space. And the reason why they're doing that, and the reason why you're stuck, is because they simply have access to better opportunities. There's kind of a level that you get to when you've done remote IT sales for a long time, when you've proven yourself, when you worked inside of really good businesses, where you can literally just pick and choose any offer out there. You can literally just hop into any company out there and be able to hire them because you prove it to yourself, or you've proven to the entire space that you're good at it. When you close your first 1, 2 million, you work inside of really high level businesses, and you've proven that you're good at what you do. You have multiple calls recorded. The game of landing roles, it's just on easy mode. That's this only way I can put it, But the only way you get there is, the hard truth is that you have to just work your ass off. You have to just do the outreaches, commit to the actions, get really, really good, find someone who can mentor you so you can actually learn the skills and get really fucking good at it. Because in the beginning, a lot of people have the limiting belief that they will not be able to land a role because you don't have experience. That's not true. Everything you need to land a role is just good skill set, good training, enthusiasm, and also exposing yourself to a lot of opportunities. So that's how you'll get your first role. And then in the role, you will prove yourself, show up to the business owner and really perform well with them. And then you will then use that case study down the road to eventually be able to start to join any business you want and get into really high level business where you can make a shit ton of money. But that's only possible by starting to get into the space and taking the first actions. So again, if you're someone who's starting off from scratch, you want to get into the first role, only focus for you should be number 1, getting confident in your skill set, training as much as possible, finding a mentor, getting feedback on your calls, role play with other people, understanding sales principles, fundamentals, that kind of thing, while also exposing yourself to as many opportunities as humanly possible every single day and come into the actions. If you've already been in sales for a bit and you want to level up, pretty much a similar thing, you know. If you're making like 3, 5, 7K a month, if you want to get into a really like high level role, number one, look at your skill set. Do you feel like you're really confident on your calls? Are you closing most of the people that you're speaking with, or are you struggling with that? If you're struggling with it, get a mentor, get someone who can show you how to level up and understand sales psychology better, role play more, things like that. And the second thing is just like get access or expose yourself to more opportunities, you know? And the more of those two things, like that's literally the game plan of improving this space. That's why I love remote high ticket sales, because it's so simple to win in this space. Skill set, find better offers. And then once you have those two things in place, you've done that for a long amount of time, that's when you get to like the, whatever you want to call it, like the superior level, you know, when you just kind of like you kind of master the game, you know, when you can actually go into any business, make a shit ton of money in this industry because you have all the track record. That's where I'm going to at this point, and that's also we can get to by putting your head down, showing up, and just committing to these inputs that I share with you in this video. If you want help with any of these things, like shortcut this journey, get mentorship from me in terms of learning the skill, getting feedback from me one-on-one over like direct calls with me, where I review your calls, I give you everything you need to know about sales psychology, and just help you go from zero to landing your first role very, very quickly, and making sure you can actually have access to exclusive roles, one-on-one coaching, hand-holding, like everything to just do this journey way, way faster. If you want that type of help, click the link down below and join my inner circle. That's only for those who are looking to actually work hard and ready to actually commit to making this happen. If that's you, I would happily work with you one-on-one and help you crush it in the space. So click the link and hop in there if you're interested in that and watch the video on that page. If not, no worries. I'll come back to you as always in the next video tomorrow. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao.